Jacobson's after it on the near side. In to help is Bethal in the corner. It's worked back up the boards. Pantelis from the right point. Over to the left for Brzezinski. He shoots through traffic. Tipped high by Barrett of the Raiders. That'll find the mesh and we'll get a stoppage with 19:14 on the clock in the first period. Makes the keep. Dumped back behind the Raider net. Bass is out to play it up the near side. Picked off by Bethal for the Wheat Kings. Back to Jacobson in the near corner. Fed back across to Misselbacher. Save, rebound, score! Rev up, Rev Theory, and roll the highlight reel. It's 100. Raider net. Chased out the far side on his backhand. He'll hook it back down low. Turco gets there first in the far corner. From the circle, Turco back to a pinching Brzezinski. His backhander is saved by Bass. And there's no rebound from the Raiders rookie netminder with 18:18 on the clock in the first. He looks up ice from the right circle. Backhand pass to center, finds Bethal. He'll carry over the blue line to his left. On the far side, Bethal drops it off to Egan. Egan fires, saved by Bass. Rebound lifted free by the Raiders. Up the near side, Rudolph peels back to shed Misselbacher's. Raiders will try again. Christensen quickly up ice, tipped away by Gavin. It stays in play. Johnson will carry back into his left. On the far side, Johnson shoots, kick saved by Bass. Johnson's after his own rebound. It's poked up the far side boards. Baumüller in to help for the Wheat in the Raider net. Up the near side, first to it is Sarkinov of the Raiders. He'll dodge a check. Lost the puck doing it. It comes out to Turco. From the left circle, Turco pulls the trigger. Blocker saved by Bass. Turco on the far side takes the hit from Christensen but keeps on the puck. Wilson in the far side. Pass hopped on him. Wheat Kings win it down the far wall. Misselbacher hard to the forecheck. Back behind the Raider net, it's swatted up the near side. Pantelis holds and shoots through traffic, saved by Bass. Misselbacher's on the rebound from the left circle. Stick handling patiently to Pantelis at that right point, waiting for traffic. To the left for Brzezinski. He's got a double screen. He'll try through the screen. Bass to save. Misselbacher's on the rebound, twisting and turning in the far corner. For Jacobson behind the net, back to over to Misselbacher at the right circle. Wide to his right with good patience. Back to Brzezinski at the top. Back to Misselbacher again. He'll drag it off to Baumüller for a shot saved by Bass. Rebound back up front for Johnson. He was tied up. Misselbacher from the right circle with a screen. Drags. Hole. Comes Brandon. Baumüller over the blue line to his right. From the right circle. Throws on the brakes and dumps it down low. Misselbacher at the right circle. Feeds it back to the top for a shot saved by Bass. Baumüller a try blocked on the way through. Brzezinski back at the left circle. He'll feed it down the far boards. Down low. Heisey drives the slot but got poke checked. Gavin on the far side to the near side for Nick Johnson. Back to center for Baumüller, breaking into his left. Baumüller shoots and Steele Bass calmly shows him the trapper with 7.9 remaining in the first period. We'll get a face glass and comes up the near side. Gavin is there first for Brandon. To the far side for Baumüller, breaking ahead with speed and men joining. Gavin up the middle to Johnson. Johnson shoots. Bass shuts the wickets. Johnson gets it back in the slot. Pokes it back to the top for Lavoie. Lavoie drags to the right point. Waits for a lane and sends this through traffic. And Bass takes that in the midsection and leaves no rebound. 19:23 to go in the second period. Dance outside and find Bethal in the far corner. To Misselbacher and back to the right point for Allard. From that right point, Allard shoots. Blocked to the front of the net. Misselbacher stopped. Jacobson follows up. Works it back up front. Bethal on the goal line. Stopped by Bass. Jacobson's on the rebound. He shoots and that got blocked on the way through. From the right point, Allard is on it, back to Brzezinski. From the top to the middle, Brzezinski along the umbrella, waits for a lane, holds. Oiring's right in his shooting lane. He'll throw this out to Baumüller on his backhand, tipped just wide. On the far side, Korkish for the Raiders goes up the boards, past Misselbacher and all the way down. Johnson in the near corner, back to Pantelis at the top. To the far side for Turco. Turco throws it down low to Johnson. Johnson waits and shoots, scores! Nick Johnson buries it on the power play! And the Wheat Kings tie the game moments after. Chip it out to center for Egan. Breaking through center to Wilson. Over the blue line to his left with Gleesman joining. Wilson from the left circle sends it across for Gleesman. Scores! Connor Gleesman! The Wheat Kings go bang bang and take the lead right. Lost it to Baumüller, who's got men joining. Baumüller flips it off to Gavin at center. Over the blue line to the far side, Johnson from the right circle. Johnson drags and fires. 6 saved by Bass. Bain pinches to hold the line for the Wheat Kings. Back behind the Wheat King net. It's lifted back up front. Baumüller bangs away and Bass holds his ground. Man gives Baumüller a bit of a shot and Johnson comes in to take. He goes back to Johnson, slap back to Brzezinski. With time, Brzezinski holds, goes over to Jacobson. He'll cut inside, throw it off. Misselbacher walks in, holds, waits, fires, saved by Bass. Rebound to Misselbacher up the near side. He'll feed it to the point, but Heisey picked it off. Breaking back in neutral territory with 42 seconds to go in the power play. Back to Jacobson. He'll break over the blue line up the gut. On the far side at the right circle, Jacobson shoots, blockered away by Bass. Big rebound, but the Raiders are on it first. And Oiring will get the clear into the midsection of Coote. The right corner, he shoots it, rides a stick and goes well high. Up the near boards. Oiring for the Raiders had it turned over to Jacobson from the left circle. Back to Misselbacher to his backhand, stopped by Bass. Misselbacher behind the net. Tries to chip this out away from Oiring, who stays right with him. Our side for Brzezinski. From the right circle in his own zone, he'll pass it up to Egan, and Egan will get towards the Raiders' end. Turco on the far side shoots, calm trapper saved by Bass. Bass thought about keeping it moving, but Egan would not permit it, so we'll get a face-off in the Raiders. Works it back down low to Jacobson in the far corner. Back to Brzezinski with room. Off to Gavin at the left circle. Gavin sends it across for a shot, scores! Jackson Jacobson finishes it off on a slick feed from Jordan Gavin. The Wheat Kings lead. Brzezinski feeds it down low to Jacobson from the left circle, and the Wheat Kings reset. Brzezinski at the left point to Misselbacher at the right circle. He'll fire through traffic, sticked away by Bass. Raiders are on the rebound, so are the Wheat Kings. Gavin with a good strip. Back down low, it rolls around the far side. Misselbacher is there. 90 seconds in the period, 55 in the power play. Back to the far corner for Johnson. To the near side, Jordan Gavin. Gavin feeds it back to Jacobson for a shot saved by Bass, and no rebound. As the young netminder stares down Jackson Jacobson, who's got the hot hand of Bame. Over the blue line, he makes a move and charges into the near corner. On his backhand around the net for Wilson out the far side. Bame wraps it back out front and just missed. Turco follows up and shoots, saved, and the rebound comes back to the top. Pantelis holds from the top. He'll throw this towards the front of the net. Kick. Jacobson's up against Smith in the circle. Jacobson wins it. Brzezinski to the right point for Pantelis, waiting for a screen. Pantelis fires through traffic, past the save. Big rebound, but the Raiders are on it first. Sarkanov patiently from the near side to the far side. Duke, and out to center he comes for Heisey, but the pass was picked off. Misselbacher back through center, now over the blue line up the middle. To the high slot, the far side, Johnson. Johnson shoots, saved by Bass. He elects to hang on with Gavin in the vicinity. 4:46 to go in the third. Circle, Kelly a shot kick saved by Kraus, and Bethal's got a man up ice if he hurries. He'll spot Gavin ahead with a step. In comes Jordan, and Gavin shoots, stopped by Bass. Rebound on the far side, the Raiders get it back. 3:30 to go in the third. Korkish carry our boards and take him off the puck. Bethal to the near side, Misselbacher. Out to center, wide to his right, over the Raider blue line, back to Jacobson. Jacobson's long-range shot is fought off by Bass. 2:25 to go in the third. Wheat Kings still ahead 4-3 as driving